I'm delighted to be visiting my good friend Sausan today. We're here to talk about her wonderful journey with PCI. She is graduating in a month's time, and I wanted to speak with her about her lovely experience, the impact of the PCI certification program, and we're here today. Thank you so much, Sausan, for inviting me to your lovely home.
You're welcome.
I guess my first question would be, why PCI? Why did you choose this program specifically?
I've been looking for a program that would be educating me to become a parent coach, but because I don't have a previous experience as a parent coach, I wanted a reliable, structured program that works in the right framework that would be giving me the right tools and information and education about parenting. It's very critical and essential job, or let's say support or a career. So I needed to be in the right way, very well structured. So when I found PCI, that gave me lots of confidence in the program itself. Plus, I'm a mother of 3 kids. I can't be traveling
Lovely 3
all
girls.
the time. Thank you. I can't be traveling all the time. So I was thinking of online course that is again credible, but still online, that I can do it while I'm parenting and taking care of my own kids. Yeah. And there are some programs that are less than a month or 1 month program. So I didn't feel that this is enough course to be to take all the needed information to be able to start the coaching. This program is 1 full year program with 100 hours practicing with real coaching with moms, and there's lots of assignments and readings that for me I felt that it's a full program for my needs. It fulfilled my needs.
Wonderful. And we were talking before, and you mentioned something about how your daughters, how you're studying to become a certified parent coach. This has impacted your daughters. Tell me stories about that.
First, regarding myself, I felt PCI helped me a lot to focus on the strength. This is the main part of PCI. You know, now we talk about appreciative moments, we talk about what do we appreciate, the strengths of our kids. So it helped me to focus on their strengths rather than their weaknesses or challenges, which used to worry me a bit. Now I'm looking at their strengths, and from their strengths I'm able as well to deal with the challenges, but in a more positive way without being worried, because now I'm seeing the full part of the cup, not the empty part of the cup. Regarding my daughters, first of all, you know, course 2 is focusing on the screen technology and the media, and my daughters know very well now the hazards and the disadvantages of the screens. They're minimizing the use of the screens. They're advising their friends to minimize their use of screens as well, and they're starting to, they're starting to notice the behaviors of other kids, and they start to say, I don't want to be like this when I grow up, I want to be like that. So the parenting issue and the behavior issue started to be one of their main focus issues in their life.
Wow, well, that's wonderful when you see how it's not only impacting you, they're learning through your education, through your experience, how it could mean to them and their friends, like you say, and so on. If you would highlight 1 or 2 things that you really appreciate about the PCI program, what are they? And may I say, I love your coffee. Thank you very much.
2 things that I like about the PCI program is, first of all, the readings. Okay, it might be challenging for some people, but the books that are chosen in our course are very rich, very informative, and challenging books. They have lots of information, and they are by some you know, very well-known authors who worked a long time in their field, so they have a very good, or the selection of the books was excellent. I liked and enjoyed each and every book. And the other thing is let's say the principle we're working in PCI.
Yes.
Okay, we're not just coaching or consulting. I like the adoption that Gloria took from the AI principles and applied them on the coaching. You remember when I called you first time in my coaching session and I told you, like, I gave the mom all the information I have and I just wanted to prove myself. But I found out, no, using the AI approach, which is the appreciative inquiry approach, and helping the mom find her own solutions is the right way to let her deal with her own life later on. You can't be for her all the time. Okay, so that helped me to know that PCI is about coaching the moms to continue and go on in their lives successfully. It's not like they have to get back to us every day and ask her, this has happened, what should I do? Now she knows. It's like she has the manual of her family and her kids, and she knows how to deal with them.
And I think this brings me to a question about the coaching itself. A lot of people, when they hear about a parenting or parenting-related program, they assume it's parent education. But we know that the PCI certified certification program is qualifying people to become coaches for parents. So the main person we're looking after, we're working with, is the parent to begin with, and through the parent, their kids. A lot of people, when they ask about the program, it's not quite clear, this idea to them, especially in the Middle East, because like coaching parents is a relatively new idea. The program in the US was, it's begun like 20 years ago, and it's been there, and PCI has pioneered this, the concept of parent coaching and so on. But in the Middle East, in our region, people still are trying to, get on the new ideas of this type of service or support to the parents.
Yeah, exactly. What I say about our coaching is we're coaching parents to parents. We don't get involved with the kids. We're just coaching the parents to parent well. And one of the things that I can see in ourselves as parent coaches, we're almost like life coaches, but specialized for parents. Because we talk a lot about the self-care, about to relieve the stress of the parents to be able to parent well. So part of it, we are coaching their lives, but in a special field, which is their parenting. You know, there are some life coaches for the jobs, okay, for the life in general, but we are almost like life coaches for parenting.
For parenting, And if somebody comes up to you and says, do you advise me to take such a program, what would you tell them?
I say if you have the passion, definitely go ahead. In the Middle East, this sector is not yet discovered and we have lots of challenges. We have lots of stresses, and there are lots of moms that they do really need help. So I say the more we are, okay, the more then awareness will happen. So I would like to have more colleagues coming with us, sharing with us the experience, becoming like a PCI family in the Middle East, where we can spread the awareness about the parenting, about one of the most important concepts that I learned from PCI is parenting with joy.
Oh my God,
We're doing our parenting as a stressful job, and we don't
have to.
We need, like, the joyful moment is the most important thing, because this is the memory that will be kept. So we need a lot of friends, colleagues, and members of the PCI family to join
if they are passionate.
If they are passionate,
So, Sausan, it's been wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me to your home to talk about this. The PCI certification program is a one-year program. It's prepared and built for educators, but nonetheless we also seek people with passion, people who have experience working with parents in different capacities. And the program Anatomy, it was a lifetime changing program, and we invite people to explore and think about this new concept. Parents do not have to struggle really. There is something called PCI parent coaches who can step in, help the parent become more empowered to do this wonderful job, like you said, with appreciation, with joy.
Yes, with joy, and with being mindful.
Right.
It's just like putting some of your efforts in, like mindful efforts in a certain job. It becomes easier,
Right.
and so as the parenting.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been
It's
great.
a pleasure for
We're
me.
looking forward to meeting you in other events.
My pleasure. Thank you.